You know, when I was probably like a teen, I was hanging out on. I'm just gonna tell you how it is. I was hanging out on Plum Street and Lime Street, okay? And like, Mariah was my bestie at the time. Her aunt lived on Lime Street, and I forget how we met Priscilla. I literally forget how we met Priscilla, but maybe we were just walking one day, I think. But I ended up living in Priscilla's house with her mom and two sisters and a bunch of other random folks that was like a whole family. Like maybe the girl with the boyfriend. I think the boyfriend's name was Stefan. There was Jose, who was Miss Cindy's boyfriend. Okay, so this was Jose, some of Jose's family, and then their families. Okay. Mind you, Jose is a melanated man from the South. Okay. Listen, I'm sick of the fucking racism. I'm sick of the labels. White this, black that. Whatever. Okay? We're all humans. We all bleed the same blood. Actually, we don't, right? So maybe our true fam is really your blood type. So stop focusing on fucking segregation and labels and all the dumb shit. Focus on what matters, okay? Hi, human. I fucking cry too, okay? Anyway, so Jose was Miss Cindy's boyfriend. Miss Cindy was Priscilla's mom, okay? Miss Cindy was she was a white lady, okay? She was a pale-skinned black woman, for real, if you can catch my drift here. She had a very warm heart, but she was very lost. She was a very lost lady. Everybody in that house was, obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all been fucking lost in the same place. So, Miss Cindy had 3 daughters. Priscilla, Jasmine, G, and Abby. Okay? So, Priscilla was me and Mariah's age. The other 2 were younger. I think me and Mariah, I think the 3 of us, we were about 16, 17. Yep. All right. So I lived there for a good bit, like months at a time for a good probably 2 years. I went and probably visited my mom's house. But I had a room with some old stuff in there. I can't remember when I stopped having a room at my dad's house. because later when I got married, him and I ended up moving in with my dad for probably like a year. I was probably like 20. So I got married at 19, and we met when I was 17. I was 17. He was older, just a little bit, like 4 years. So yeah. Anyway, I lived there for a little bit. We did crazy shit. Smoked, drank. I started working at Arby's. Sometimes I contributed by bringing extra food. Sometimes they saved food for me. I was grateful for that. Sometimes I had cans of food in the little part that I was able to sleep in. It was basically like a closet, but it did have a window. So technically, I think it was allowed to be called a room, but it was big enough for like I guess a single bed. That's about it. That's how, like, the width of it. You know what I mean? So so one time they were looking for Jose. It was real late at night. Everybody was sleeping, and they got that house surrounded, and they're pounding on the door. They tell me to go open it. Well, not really go open it, but go fucking look around, right? See who's out there. But then they started pounding in the fucking door. So I guess I unlocked it. It was a wrap. They were looking for Jose. They found his ass. I don't remember for what. But he might have been together with one of the middle. I don't know if that's true. I've definitely saw them like laying and snuggling in bed together. But I mean, that doesn't really prove anything. So that's not my story to tell, because I don't really know the truth there. Anyway, she ended up kicking me out, Priscilla, because we got Chinese food. Everybody got a meal, and this bitch wanted my egg roll after she had already eaten her food and her egg roll. And I wasn't trying to share. I shared everything all the fucking time. I was really hungry, and I just wanted to eat my egg roll, and I chose not to share that time. And then I left. I think I went to Mariah's parents' house. They let me stay there for a little bit too. Super fucking grateful for that. For all of them, even Priscilla and Miss Cindy, even though she wanted to be a little bit beside herself, it's still whatever. I'm still grateful, and I wish her well. But also, I came back to get my stuff, and she put dog shit in my bin of clothes. That shit was so stinky. Like, why would you do that? Like, what? That was just so crazy to me. My mind was fucking blown. Like, I barely had any stuff anyway. It was like 2 fucking bins. You know what I mean? So, whatever. It doesn't matter. But, yeah, we haven't really talked. That was probably, I don't know. I was 17, I'm 35 now, so you do the math. All right. But anyway, they used to call me the white translator. Okay? And I fucking hated being called that so much because they would always make fun of me. And I didn't understand their logic because I was there with them living the exact same, like, obviously there's some reasons as to why I can't be at my fucking parents' house. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to let me stay here. You could have been told me to fucking leave. But you didn't have to do it with dog shit. Anyway. At one point, my dad was giving Miss Cindy $60 a month, which is obviously pennies, but I guess, I don't know, 15, 17 years ago, 18 years ago, sheesh. That was a little bit more, barely, but it was definitely a little bit more, right? Because Newports were $5 a pack. And you could get fucking nickel bags and dime bags, no problem. I was very happy when I had the $20. The corner store had 25-cent chips, okay? So this was actually quite a big fucking difference 17-ish years ago. So they fucking call me that, right? Because somebody would talk white, okay, but in their words was proper, okay? And I thought they were so goofy for that, but I also felt special in a sense, and like happy to be able to provide this service. Oh my God, how dumb. But it gave me some sense of like belonging, for real. I was lost as a mofo. And I was just grateful to be around anybody else who was also fucking in pain, I guess. Like, sheesh. In a different kind of pain. Because everybody was fucking surrounded. Everybody that I was surrounded with was in pain in their own way. But their pain, they fucking projected. We just projected back on each other, and it was a fucking mess. All the time, it was a mess. But anyway, I can't even think of any examples. They'd be like, hey, yo, Kate, what the fuck are they talking about? What does that mean? And I'd just be like, oh, you know, da-da-da. I was like, oh, fucking okay, bet. You know what I mean? Like, it was just funny. I don't know why I was thinking about that. I'm just thinking about language being such an important, language gives quite the opportunity for miscommunication and not fully understanding. Actually, the feeling is what fucking matters. The energy, bro. You gotta feel the energy. You gotta feel the energy. And it's literally true. But you can provide the fucking energy that you're seeking. Literally. You seeking happiness? Be happy. Boom. Providing happiness. If I sit here long enough with a fucking smile on my face, I'm gonna think that I'm happy. And I am happy. I am happy. That's not the fucking point. I've come like a really long way. Miss Cindy's house is where I learned that people wash full walls. I'm like, okay, bet. I'll be washing walls. Like, it makes sense. I take more notice to it. But they get fucking dirty. Quick. But everybody smoked cigarettes in Miss Cindy's house. So the walls got kind of yuck quicker. And when I say that they used to save a plate for me, I'm saying that there used to be maybe a nice little thin pork chop, extra well done, with some sazon on it. But it was food that tasted these. You know what I mean? It was edible. And I was hungry, you know? But it was nice. It was super nice. Miss Cindy, I believe, has since passed on. So I can't. They haven't lived there, obviously, in a while, but I think everybody has kids, maybe. So I hope they're all well and full of love and joy. I hope that they know that they're fucking beautiful, special. And I hope they know that they matter and that God loves them. God loves all. Including me, including you. It can get extremely uncomfortable to sit with yourself and feel all the things and think all the thoughts. But it's really healthy to do so. You are being a human. You're trying your best being a human. We try. How amazing to be a human. To create. To laugh. To smell. To taste, to touch, to feel, and just see so much beauty. Everything is Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Even you nutty ass beetle. I don't mean to come off so blah 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 blah. But just know it's love. Like, I'm being for real. It's, I don't know, man. Mama Dukes was Miss Cindy. I had a lot of love for her. I had a lot of love for a lot of people. Literally everybody. I loved them all. Every single body. I love so much. I just felt like I was such a fucking burden everywhere I was, and I didn't know how to be as helpful as I could be. And I just don't know. I had to take time to figure out how to help myself. Because I was not okay. Yeah, what a crazy time. But it was a fun time. Most of it. A little bit of it. A good bit of it. More crazy? Probs. But anywho.